Hey everyone, welcome to today's video, and today is another book review day, a very useful learning tool, and you can get an insight into the sort of processes that I go through when I'm looking at my own books and thinking about how to get sales. So if you want to increase sales on your KDP no content and low content books, then watch along and see how others are getting on and see what I would do to change them. Now, if you've not been here before, my name is Paul Marles. I do videos on how to make it, keep it, grow it. That's your money I'm talking about. And if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell to receive notifications of when I produce more videos like this. So each book is going to get about 2 minutes, and we've got 5 books in total to look at. So let's get straight on with it. So we've got this one here, the America, the Melting Pot of the World Adult Activity Book Puzzles. Now, when I'm looking at sales of a book, I think to myself of this equation, which is sales equals traffic plus conversions. Now, traffic mostly comes down to the keywords, and those are the keywords in the title, subtitle, and 7 keyword boxes. Principally, the main keyword, being the title one, tends to hold the main strength when it comes to ranking. And then with the conversions, the main factor is the cover design. Then you've got other things like the description, the structure, the grammar in the title and subtitle, and also the interior as well as the price. Now, looking at this, looking at the title and subtitle, there's going to be an issue here, I think, with this book ranking, because if we look at the title, which is where most of the search ranking would tend to come from, we've got America, the Melting Pot of the World, which people who are looking for puzzle books aren't really going to be searching for that. So we go along to the subtitle and have a look, see what the main keyword is here, and it's adult activity book puzzles. If we go and put that into Amazon, we can see that there are 20,000 results. Now I'm looking in the all category, not the books category. If you want to know why, I'll leave a link above to the video where I fully explain that, but mainly it's because this is the category where customers are searching. So adult activity book puzzles, over 20,000 results. Now that's hugely competitive. It means you're competing with a lot of other books. When I'm publishing books and looking at keywords, I tend to only go for keywords with 1,000 or less search results, because I know from experience that I can get my book ranked on the first page and even at the #1 spot, which is where you want to be if you want to get a lot of the traffic. Now, if I was to run ads, then I would probably go for the more competitive words with the aim of overall getting more traffic. But I think the issue here is that you've picked a very competitive keyword and put it into the subtitle where it's got a bit less strength. So I don't think this is going to get found in the searches. Price for an activity book, $7.99, seems reasonable. I like the description. I'm a lover of bullet points, and I really like these little star bullet points. Looks very good. Now, the second issue, I think, is the cover design. Now, when this first appeared, when I put in the ASIN number, I wasn't sure at all what this book was about, and I actually had to read the front cover to get an idea of what this book was about. I had no idea. So I think that's going to be a problem if customers, particularly on mobile phones where the graphics are even smaller, this, if it was to appear, I think customers would just click past this or just zoom past this, not thinking it was a puzzle book, because it's not the typical cover of a puzzle book. I would probably go for something more like, if it is different puzzles with a world theme, maybe put a picture of a globe on the front with little flags of where the puzzles are coming from, and maybe some pictures of some examples of puzzles, so that customers know as soon as they look at that this is a puzzle book. The interior looks very professional. Looking through this, it just appeared on the looking side to have word searches within an American theme. So looking at this, I'm not sure what Hashiwakakero is, or Nim Mastermind. So if I was again a customer without knowing what these particular things were, I'd be a bit unsure. So it may be worthwhile, at the front of the book, maybe on the first page, put in an example puzzle, an example of each puzzle, so customers would know what it is. So that's what I would do to improve that book. Next one is a Dinosaur Maze activity book for kids. Now, in terms of the title and the keyword, that main title there has 2,000 search results. So quite competitive. But I like the way this is set out. So you've got this then subtitle of workbook for colouring mazes, ... word search and more. So you are getting in some other keywords there, ... word search, mazes, colouring. So that's good because this could be found with a combination of the dinosaur colouring or dinosaur ... or dinosaur ... activity books. I like that. And you've got the age groups there, which is good. So I really like the way this is set out from a search engine point of view and getting that traffic. So let's just have a scroll down through Dinosaur Maze activity books for kids, and it appears in the searches. So when people write and say, oh, you know, there's 2,000 searches, you're competing with 2,000 others, there's no chance of getting your books ranked. Look, there's all these books here that appear with large numbers of reviews, 8,809, 1,227, 270, lots of reviews, yet this book still appears. So it is possible with the correct use of keywords and getting that title and subtitle really focused in. So that's a good job. And I can see from the bestsellers rank, which is 154,000, that this book is making sales and making decent sales, which is good, and selling for a good price, $7.99. So the profit there is around about $2.50, so getting decent profit on each book. And what I like is if someone is doing a search for this keyword and this appears on that first page, which it is, I love this cover. Why? Well, you've got dinosaur written there. I like that font. You've got a big picture of a dinosaur. So we know straight away this is for people that like dinosaurs. And we've got pictures of the puzzles on the front. So, we know it's dinosaurs. We know it's puzzles. And this cover looks very professional. So it doesn't surprise me at all that this book is actually making sales. And again, description looks great. Bullet points. Let's have a quick look inside, see if much is shown. Wow, I like that. It looks very professional. Oh, and some information on dinosaurs. Yes, interior. Wow, that's fantastic. Really good. So not only are there the puzzles, but some interesting facts about dinosaurs. So parents buying this will love that aspect. Educating kids, and they're doing puzzles. Great. Not much I can say about this book other than, it's a great example and a good example if you are creating books to look at those aspects, the cover and the keywords in the title and subtitle. Let's look at this next one, 100 Amazing Patterns Colouring Book. Now, this is selling for $8.95, which may be a little bit on the expensive side. It's 202 pages though, so that's a lot of pages for a colouring book. That would be about normally 100 different images to colour. Now, looking at these pages, they do look rather basic in terms of a colouring book, which may put some people off. So let's have a look at the main keyword here, which is patterns colouring book. Now, using the keywords everywhere plugin, we've got that actually. There's 480 searches per month here on Google, and there's a few different keywords here that could be targeted. These are suggestions from Amazon. So let's have a look at the number of search results. Oh my lord, 60,000 search results. Wow. That's the issue here. The main keyword you're targeting is way too competitive. So what you need to do is maybe look at these other suggestions that Amazon's giving, put them into the keyword box and see what number of search results come up. Now, with patterns colouring book, with that many, even if we look at something like for adults or for boys, for adults still 50,000. Let's have a look for boys, although this isn't a colouring book for boys, but it's just an example of niching down with your keywords. Still 20,000 results. That'll be the problem here. It's going to be very difficult to get this book found because you are targeting a real competitive keyword, so that's something to bear in mind. And before even creating this sort of book, it's worthwhile doing the keyword research to see whether it's actually worthwhile even creating it in the first place. The cover looks a bit dark. I'd like to see something a bit brighter, but this bit here, the fonts, etc. look fine. Description looks okay. I see there's another keyword here, adult colouring geometric. Is that actually a keyword that's being searched for? Geometric patterns, 1,000. So actually it may be worthwhile changing the title keyword for something like adult colouring geometric patterns, because there's only 1,000 come up here, so you have got a slightly better chance of ranking, getting your book found and seen. The other option is running ads on something like this. Again, with that much competition, you know, you'd have to see how it goes, but something with that many competitors, I'd be looking at running ads. Has this author produced any other books? Wow, yes, a lot of different colouring books, which is good, and has created a nice logo, so it's creating a brand, which is fantastic. And this is in Amazon Author Central, so you know, this publisher is looking at this as a proper business venture. But I think, yeah, look at all these. So there's quite a few here, all targeting that main keyword in the title. So in fact, all you're doing when you're doing that is competing with each of your other books. So it may be worthwhile looking at varying the titles, targeting different keywords, or maybe releasing one, getting sales on that, and then releasing the next one. So let's look at this one, 1000 plus Sudoku puzzles. I know Sudoku puzzles is going to be incredibly competitive. Let's look at the keyword Sudoku puzzles, only 1,000 results, so that's good. So that means competition isn't huge. Let's have a look, there's quite a few here with high review numbers. So again, to break onto that, wow, there's a lot on the first page. So to break onto that first page, you may need to run ads to get your book seen, to try and get those early sales, get some reviews, and then hopefully help your book appear in the searches for that particular keyword. Or even start to look on some less competitive keywords. Now, when I put in Sudoku puzzles, we can see that there are other suggestions that do come up. So maybe niche down, try one of these other keywords. I have done a whole selection of these keywords in my Gumroad shop that's there for sale, which gives a list of some of the less competitive keywords. So it's worthwhile looking at that with these types of books, particularly if you find on that first page there's a lot of books with lots of reviews. Now, in terms of the cover and getting clicks, my main issue with this is it doesn't look to be aligned. It looks like it's too far over to the right, so it needs to be aligned more in the center. So it does give it a bit of an amateurish feel. I'm not sure the reason of putting these numbers here in boxes. I'm more in favor of putting a picture of an example of the puzzle on the front cover. Just have a look at these that are selling. They've all got something in common, and that is they're putting a picture of the puzzles on the front cover. And that's because customers, when they're scanning through the list, know what the book's about. When it doesn't have that, they tend to get overlooked. So that's what I would do to the front cover to get those clicks if your book appears. But I think the issue here is first of all is getting that book appearing. Okay, so next one, this is Italian word search puzzles. So it looks like they've niched down using the keyword Italian word search puzzles. So let's have a look. Is this being searched for on Amazon? Well, Amazon gives us a suggestion of Italian word search puzzles, so yes, it is. So that's good. Let's have a look at the number of competitors. 955, less than 1,000. So there's a chance you could rank for this particular keyword. Let's just have a little scan down to see if you are in fact ranking for this keyword. No, certainly not on the first page. So that's good. The subtitle looks fine. Practice Italian, train your brain. And again, word search puzzles mentioned. You may want to try there, instead of repeating the main keyword you've got in the title, just altering that slightly to target another word search puzzle keyword. Again, look at those that Amazon suggests. Description, this first paragraph looks a bit long. I do like those bullet points, as I've said. And the price point is, it says here $5.49, which probably a bit cheap if you think about running ads. You've not got much leeway, not much profit there with which to play with. Now, I'll tell you what the biggest issue here is that may be stopping your book from appearing in the searches, and that is it's listed for reading level 6 to 11 years. So this has been listed by the looks of it as a children's book for 6 to 11 years. This at the top here is also a bit of a giveaway. This appears when books are listed for children. Now that may be fair enough, but looking at the cover, it doesn't really look like a cover that is targeted for children. So if this book is appearing when people do searches for word search puzzles for kids, they'll look at that and go, well, it doesn't look like a children's book, and just scroll past. Let me just have a quick look inside. Okay, now these are all Italian words. in the word search. Now I'm just thinking of 6 to 11 years. I mean, this looks more like it would be targeted at adults, so I don't know if that's a bit of a mistake that you've ticked that 6 to 11 years box incorrectly. Maybe worth correcting that, unless this is targeted to kids, and in which case I think just address the cover. So that's it, that's 5 books covered. We've looked at how to get traffic, looked at changes to be made to the covers, get those conversions where possible. I hope that helps you in the development and the publishing of your own books. If you did like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But make sure you do hit the subscribe bell. And one more thing, if you want your book reviewed at the moment, if you do, DM me on Instagram. But there is quite a bit of a waiting list at the moment. So I will get to it eventually, but it may take a little bit of time. And if you have submitted your books, it's a book and it's not appeared yet, again, please be patient. Many apologies, but I will get there. So thank you very much. And until next time, goodbye.